Hey, today we're going to be looking at the Townsend Sphere L22. August of 2016 saw the launch of the L22 by Townsend Labs on the crowdfunding site Indiegogo. The campaign earned over $100,000 in just 24 hours, meeting and exceeding their goal by over 250%. Chris Townsend, a seasoned veteran of Avid, and Eric Papp, former CEO of Summit Audio, put their collective talents together to release upon the audio world one of the most innovative advancements in studio technology to be seen in decades. For years, guitarists had been using IR responses to capture amp, cabinet, and by proxy microphone tones. While attempts at applying an IR to capture the essence of a high-end studio microphone had been dabbled with, none of them ever really captured the nuances of what made a particular mic sound like what it was. While a guitar amp has hundreds or even thousands of components inside, a mic may have as little as one or two electrical components, but being an object that works in 3 dimensions, simply applying an IR to a recorded mic track wouldn't yield the same results as being in front of the actual mic. Proximity, off-axis, polar patterns, the material used in the head basket, these are all variables in the equation, so a simple IR just doesn't cut it. Enter the world of modeling. Put simply, modeling traces the signal through all of the components in a device and applies changes to the signal at each step. Great for something like a guitar amp that has a direct input, but not so great for a mic whose input is the air around it in 365 degrees. One could say there is a sphere around the capsule. Townsend came up with a unique and brilliant way of simulating the response of a mic to its environment and then some. Instead of applying a simple algorithm to a signal, Townsend would use a pair of diaphragms to emulate all sorts of different capsules, on top of then modeling the rest of the mic circuit. By manipulating the signal from both capsules, the software can change polar patterns and all sorts of responses even after recording a performance. If the singer was a little too close to the mic, you can get rid of the proximity effect. If you want more of it, sure thing, just dial it in. If you want more room sound, you can go in and just change the polar pattern to something more omnidirectional at mix time. I could go on and on about this all day, and I don't want to bore you any more than you probably already are, so what are we looking at today? We're going to put the Townsend Sphere L22 over our piano and shoot it out against some of the mics it claims to model. For some of these, I will be using modern hand-built clones of the models in question. This will tell me one of two things: either my clones sound like what they're supposed to sound like, or not, assuming that the models are accurate. Either way, unless we had the mics that were actually modeled for the software, we wouldn't ever be comparing apples to apples, as every device, no matter how well matched, has inherent tolerance differences. We're going to set this up in a way that we can ensure that all the mic's capsules will be about at the same relative position. We're going to mark the piano and then measure the distance from the mark to the capsule to try and get the most consistent results. Since some of the real or clone versions of the mics are very different in size to the L22, and some of the mounting is drastically different as well, we're going to do our best to keep things as consistent as possible. So today we're going to be looking at the SM57, the SM7B, the RE20, 421 script logo, 421 N, 421 Mark II, an AKG C12, a 414 XL2, a 414 BULS, a U87 Vintage clone, a C12 clone, a U47 clone by Peluso, and an ELA M 251 clone. Alright, so I'm not going to talk over the shootout, so let's let your ears take over. All right, so let us know what you think in the comments section. Some good, some not quite there. Let's hear it. Please like and subscribe so we can bring you more videos in the near future. This is Pag signing off. If you want to check out these files for yourself in better quality, there's a link below to an OMF file and a Pro Tools session. Enjoy.